My understanding is that the jury in this matter has reached a verdict. I don't know what it's going to be until it's read. If you are unable to contain yourself emotionally and you're going to react in any way, be it in joy or in sadness, I'm going to ask you politely to excuse yourself at this time. There cannot be any emotional outbursts when the verdict is read. Does everybody understand that? I see everybody nodding their heads. Okay. All right. State, are we ready to bring in our jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are we ready to bring in our jury?
Yes, Judge.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in our jury. Everyone will remain seated.
Your answer?
State, do you recognize our jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, do you recognize our jury?
Yes, sir.
All right, members of the jury, you may be seated. Thank you. Members of our jury, good evening. I understand that you've come to a verdict in this case.
Yes.
If you could please hand the verdict form to the deputy, please. Thank you, sir. Madam Clerk, if you could please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 9th Judicial Circuit in Orange County, Florida, case number 2020 CF 2603, the state of Florida versus Sarah Boone. Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the second degree as charged in the information. So say we all, dated at Orlando, Orange County, Florida, on this 25th day of October 2024. The form has been signed by the full person.
Madam Clerk, please poll our jury.
Juror seat number 1, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror seat number 2, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, it is.
Juror seat number 3, is this your true and
Yes, it
correct
is.
verdict? Juror seat number 4, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror seat number 5, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror seat number 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Members of our jury, again, I want to thank you for your time, your sacrifice, and your attention in this matter. I know that we spent almost 2 weeks together, and it was not taken lightly, and I really appreciate the time and the effort and the sacrifice that you put into this case. I want to advise you now of your final instruction. Members, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank you for your time and your consideration in this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak to anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are simply curious, from those who might seek to find fault with you, from the media, from the attorneys, or elsewhere. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. With that, members of the jury, again, I thank you for your service. I'm going to ask you return to the deliberation room. I'll be back there shortly with your jury certificates, and thank you. Ms. Boone, the jury has spoken in this matter and has found you guilty of murder in the second degree. The court adjudicates you guilty of murder in the second degree. As this is your first felony conviction, you are entitled to a pre-sentencing investigation by the Department of Corrections. Mr. Owens, are you seeking that in this case?
Yes.
Okay. State, I will order the Department of Corrections to prepare the pre-sentencing investigation. State, for the purposes of sentencing, do you anticipate eliciting any testimony from, be it the victim's family?
2 or 3 victim impact statements, sir.
Okay. Mr. Owens, do you plan on presenting any evidence during the course of the sentencing hearing, sir?
Probably some testimony from Dr. Harper.
Okay. All right. How long do
Why?
you think, State, that you would need?
You mean timing wise, or are we thinking?
A quantum of time, sir. Yeah, well, normally it takes about 30 days or so. I'm confirming with Anita as to availability. I just want to know from your side of the ledger, how much time? Okay, 15 minutes. How much time do you think you're going to need to produce anything from your side of the ledger, sir? Mr. Owens?
I'd say 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 to 45.
So if we set this for an hour, that would be sufficient.
Parties agree.
Okay.
State agrees.
Is that sufficient, Mr. Owens?
Yes.
Okay, all right, give me a moment. Ms. Barrios is checking. Just give us a moment. We can set this matter for 1:30 in the afternoon for sentencing on December 2.
Wow.
State, is that acceptable? It's a Monday.
I have a status hearing, but I'll make it work.
I can move it to later if necessary.
I'm co-counsel on it. I'll make it work.
Okay, defense.
Give me 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
That's Monday, December 2 at 1:30.
Yes, sir.
I can do your.
Ma'am, you've been adjudicated guilty. I now remand you into the custody of the Orange County Jail pending sentencing on December 2 at 1:30. State, anything else we need to address?
Not from the state.
Defense. All right, thank you very much. We're off the record.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm keeping the image up because I want to watch her face. We all waited for this. She does not even look affected. I'm sorry. There's something wrong with her. She does not look overly concerned. December 2nd, 1:30. Oh, yeah. We'll do the sentencing stream live. Yes, we will, as long as it's available. They did not take long at all. Granny, Mousy, you are the winners. It was over an hour, but under 90. You guys said 90. You get it. Mindy, Shill, send me some $5 so we can send it to Granny for you, okay? She's calculating her appeal. Too bad. It's a long time. She's going to get sentenced first. Yeah, Rodent, I agree. I didn't even have time to put my talkie avatar on, like, because I was giving it a cool break. I'll tell you, Juju, that closing, the the defense did not make sense. I got so many DMs on it. People asked me if I was okay. They were going to send help. It was ludicrous. Yeah. Hey, dude, I want to see Sarah's face. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Is that Kevin Beck? Could you move, dude? Hello, Charlie. We've got a guilty verdict in less than 90 minutes. He's blocking on purpose for sure. I guess to give her some dignity, but I do want to see that she's upset. George is dead. She should be upset. And I'm glad the family gets to watch her walk out cuffed, chained. How she will remain. No more special privileges. No more pleading to the court that she needs to be treated special. Sorry. It needs to be said. You know what? That officer there who's been taking her back and forth, she's all of us. She is not even fussed. She is not even fussed. She's like, come on, Sarah, we're going back home. They do have to do this. She's actually booked into custody for regular prison now. Like, not, okay, it's like real prison. Like, this is it. They have to do the fingerprints. They're going to take another mugshot. Guys, what do you think I should put on the thumbnail? Is she smiling? Oh, what? Ah. Guilty. I can't. I saw a smile. What? This woman. Oh my goodness. All right. No talkie avatar, but it looks silly like this actually. Let me just go back to this. Okay, here we go. All right. Like the talkie looks good in the circle, but the little one doesn't look good at all like that. But anyway, guys. Wow. So this will be the shortest live stream I ever did. This live stream is only 12 minutes and 50 seconds long right now. It's going to be short of even my longest will-bys that I usually do for 20 minutes. But anyway, you guys got something to say? I'm going to give you 5 minutes to say it in the chat. Say everything that you want. Rodent singing. Nana, nana, nana. Okay, I get it. I'd be singing too. Okay. Law and Crime just cut the feed. Like, nobody even came on to talk. They just like, gone. They're done. Because they left the feed up the whole time for verdict to come back. They must have had a suspicion. I didn't even see an announcement. I just heard Law and Crime go live, and I was like, whoa. What's the max for her charge? I don't know, but the minimal is 22.5. Hold on. Minimum and max. Hold on. The minimum starts at 22.5. I remember that. Homicide. Okay, why is it not giving me the actual? Where's the statute? Why? Here we go. Okay. The minimum second for second degree murder in Florida is 22 and a half years. However, the specific sentence can vary on It's not giving me a max. I think the max. Ah, this is crazy. It's not telling me exactly. Ah, it's only giving me the minimum, and like I'm having a hard time finding the official maximum. No, it's not giving me the maximum. I thought the max might be life since it's murder, but I don't know. It's depraved indifference murder too, so I don't think it's life because that would be murder one. Okay. I actually couched, that's right. It's a little unfair to ask me to do math, like after streaming for over almost 12 hours. Like, come on, guys. We definitely, um, I know the minimum is 22.5. Hold on. I got help. Somebody helped me. The maximum sentence for a second-degree murder in Florida is life in prison. Thank you, Secret Elf. If you want to be outed, out yourself in the chat. But damn, thank you, because I can't even Google. My brain is fried. Anna, the answer is life. It does have variables. They are listing mitigating circumstances. I will say this. I can math on a regular basis. I've proven it over and over. So I'm not a math failure. Okay, I do know the minimum sentence is 22.5. I heard Judge Kraynick advise Sarah that several times when the plea deal came through. Okay. Oh, Wrecker is outing himself as the cheeky little elf who helped me out. Life is the maximum based on depravity, based on the injury, the type of murder that occurred, and everything. Remember, this is the murder 2 statute, but it also goes based on everything that happened. But since she really just did reckless indifference and by leaving him there, I doubt that she'll get life in prison from Judge Kraynick. Judge Kraynick is a kind and generous human being. We have seen him be so patient in extraordinary circumstances with a very difficult defendant, with a trial that has been gone, not being able to come to trial, with a case that hasn't been able to come to trial for a very long time, with ornery, uncompliant attorneys who can't even do a legal objection, have to talk in front of the jury and won't follow court rules, who know nothing about court decorum or have any respect for it, in my humble opinion, except for Mr. Henderson, who always stood and always followed protocol. I can't say the same thing for Beck and Owen, but I will say that Mr. Henderson, he had respect for that courtroom. Thanks, Wrecker. You outed him? You did out him first? How did you know it was him? Mrs. Cassandra? Like he's okay, well, yeah, he did. He sent me a message. He looked it up. He's got computer skills. Listen, don't get on me about not being able to Google or do math. I had to actually write code in the 30 minutes I was off of here just to get on straitjacketed at the asylum, because somebody was upset by the word pink. And guess what I did? I wrote a really short Windows-based code that would change any word that had the word pink in it or anything like pink in it to the color pink. Yeah, because I'm a jerk. Yeah, but I'm free for now. Anyway, my brain is fried. I'm a little too goofy. Let me just check the chat and I'm going to get out of here. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't think she will get the minimum either. I think she'll get a little more than the minimum based on her aggravation to the state and what it costs them. Thank you, Wrecker. Everybody's thanking you in the chat. Craven says she's going to get 30 years. Yeah, 30 years. That's a long time. I hope the jurors do interviews. I want to know how they decided so quick. I do want to know. I'm going to be curious on this one, Juju. Usually I don't care what the jurors say, but this one I do. So we're doing the lawyer review now? No, we're not. But that was just my brief little, I'm tired and I couldn't stop. Rap. Rocket, you weren't here to gag me. What was I supposed to do? Who else? Wrecker. He did it. Wait, other people message me besides Wrecker. Do you think he's the only person that knows where my DMs are? Come on. That's not fair. I like pink. Oh, and periwinkle. Well, I like pink too. But there's somebody in the asylum who doesn't appreciate me calling him pink dude. Yeah, it sounds doable with auto hotkey. Exactly. But Couch, I was like so tired I couldn't do an auto hotkey. Like I was trying. That's what I actually wanted to do because that's actually my name in the asylum right now, auto hotkey. Because they're doing a whole programming thing. I don't know. It's crazy. Sentence, life in the asylum. That's my sentence and your sentence and Couch's sentence and Wrecker's sentence and Craven's sentence, but I don't think it's Sarah Boone's sentence. Listen, rabbits, we're not inviting Sarah Boone to the asylum. Okay? I swear, if Sarah Boone shows up, I'm out. I'm out. I am not thumbs downing that periwinkle Grace case as it's your favorite. Aw, Juju, that's sweet. Is this where the 20-minute outro starts? Yes. I'm at 21:58 now. I'm trying to get to 30 minutes and then I'm going to call it. Good night, Jester. Thank you for hanging with us all day. What a long day it was. And I really appreciate the company. All of you that stayed. They can't add years because she is annoying. I know that, Liam. Everybody knows that you can't do that. That was a snarky remark. Do you actually think that the judge is going to actually add time because she's annoying? I was just me being flippant. You know, FLIPPANT. Don't mean it, but I can say it because, like, you know, it's got to come out sometime. You know me better. I know the law. I'm sure they're going to want to, but I don't think Judge Kraynick would. He is so by the book. He is so excellent. He is going to follow it. Have a good night, Anna. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for hanging during the trial and keeping us going. Tony, the evidence spoke for itself. That's how they reached a verdict so fast. Yes, I do believe so. Because the evidence was clear. And I did like the closing of the state. The first part, they spent all that time explaining how you actually come to this decision and what you feel, how you can justify it based on the law, and explained the literal law to them on how to look at this stuff. And then came in at the end with the emotional, she killed him, basically, and said all the things that we all were waiting for the state to say. She lied. She covered. The story doesn't make sense. Exactly. Karen, rest your voice. Maybe drink some warm tea. I will. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I'm not streaming until Sunday. And I'm telling you, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Now what do? We all get a good night's sleep. We have a stream on Sunday. And we go back to normal next week. Regular schedules, regular stuff. We have some fun. Anything happened yet? Yes, a verdict. Guilty. Sentencing is on December 2nd. Guilty, murder 2. Even though they had 2 other options to pick that were manslaughter and or what was it? I can't think of the words, but it was something like oh cool. Hold on. Please tell me I wrote it down. Please I wrote it down. It was a way to make it like almost justifiable, but not exactly. The other option would be not guilty at all because of justified homicide, which absolutely she did not qualify. Charlotte, oh no, that's Charlie. Charlie, thank you so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet. Thank you so much. I'm going through these messages. I'm like so behind on the messages. Good night, Karen. Let him throw the book at her. I don't know if he's not that kind of judge. I actually think he thinks she's a misguided soul, to tell you the truth. Hey, Christola. Here for the updates. Sarah Boone is guilty of murder too. Jury came in less than 90 minutes. I did like the state's closing too. The defense, however, let's say that for another day, Juju, because I don't want to go there again. Couch will tell me to save it for the stream. I could make an auto hotkey script in 4 characters that turns your keyboard racist. Really? Really? Talk to me, Couch. I want one that turns everything pink. I'll send that one to him. Defense was probably a bit handcuffed by Sarah and her shenanigans. Maybe, but they seemed quite on board with it. And let me tell you, Craig, they did shenanigans of their own. They sure did. I don't think that Sarah made Kevin Beck get up there and treat a witness like crap. And I don't think Sarah Boone actually instructed her lead attorney, Mr. Owens, to throw a hissy fit in open court and be disrespectful to a judge. I don't think so. I mean, she probably enjoyed it, but I don't think she ordered them to do that. She doesn't trust police and alas, called the police instead of fighting back. Sir, you are making the state's case. Exactly. Oh, she doesn't trust police, but how many times did she call them on George? But she doesn't trust them. She didn't trust the fact that they wouldn't see through her baloney and arrest her too. You remember? She just kept being afraid of being arrested also. I didn't watch the trial, and I know just from the coverage she was out of it or pretending. Any Fiona stuff coming up? Probably next week. I can do an update. I'll be filling in next week. I don't know if it'll be a separate one or part of the regular updates that I do a couple at a time. But yeah, Teacher Damien, I will. I think you did send them to me. You're going through Fiona withdrawals. You need me to read those letters. I'll think about it. Let's see how long of a stream that'll be. I think about that. I told you I would do it. I just don't know when. Exactly. Right, Juju? I don't know when you typed this, but I'm glad to know you're with me. What's my next trial, Mrs. Cassandra? I have to look at the docket, but right now, I owe you guys an update on the Madeline Kingsbury. Adam Fravel's trial has been going on at the same time. And there was trouble sitting the jury, but they did finally. And they were, I haven't checked, but I checked the other day. They were still going on. There was some stuff back and forth in motions, but I'm going to be updating on that right away in the beginning of the week. The next trial after that, I believe, could be Courtney Clenny, but I have to double check. The one before that should be, we had a trial date of November for Dwayne Davis, but I do believe that got extended to the beginning of the year. So you know what? That's a good, I'm glad you asked that question, Mrs. Cassandra, because now while I'm resting my voice over the weekend, I will definitely start getting all the trial dates out. So our next update, I can at least do at least one panel of all the upcoming trials so that we know. If she does, she's in a lot of trouble because the first letter she wrote to Judge Kraynick was 58 pages. It was the biggest one she ever wrote, the longest, most annoying one she ever wrote. And she actually tried to school him on definitions in law and how she's been mistreated and what they all should be doing, and that was actually rude. And if she gets 50 years just for that letter, Juju's on it. I agree, Karen. She's cracking me up too. I hope Courtney gets a similar level of of she could. Although I do want to tell you I do have an update on Courtney coming up on Tuesday. She had another hearing, and it was very interesting, Liam. You're gonna love it. Hello, Chris Sampson. Welcome. Did you hear the verdict? Was it not good? Like, it was good. I'm very happy about it, actually, because I was very annoyed by the defense in the last 2 days, and I thought they were really stepping in it. Sarah Boone, Ken, would you like me to give you her address? She's in Orange County State Prison. I mean, she's in Florida State. She's going to a Florida State prison. She's going for murder, but she has to wait for the sentencing. Well, she's over there in Orange County right now, awaiting sentencing on December 8th, and she's looking for a pen pal, Crave. So, like, I actually have her address from the letters. If you want it, like, you guys could start now, and maybe when she gets transferred, it'll be a nice place that you can visit. I could take a crack at 58 pages. There would be a lot of doodles and grocery lists. Yeah, me too. I'd be writing in the corners and drawing flowers on it. It would take me, a 58-page letter would probably take me months. I get too distracted. I had a crush on a girl named Courtney in high school. Then we wound up working together 20 years later. Really? Well, there's also another abuse type case, Courtney Kraynick, the OnlyFans model, who threw a knife at her boyfriend and killed him. It hit an artery and he bled to death during an argument. Okay, that's it. All right, I've hit the 30-minute mark. I'm going to end it, guys, if it's okay with you. I'm all talked out. I really, really appreciate all the time you spent in the last week, keeping me company, keeping me going. It's really hard to do these long days, but you guys make it worth it with you to help with your discussions and your commentary, and just to keep me going on, and your patience with me. When I get a little too animated in regards to what's going on, I know I'm not a lawyer, and I know I'm just out here doing commentary and enjoying it just like the rest of you. And I can get a little, what was that say? A little ranty. Like, I don't like bad legal manners. Like, I have a great respect for the law. It just pisses me off, but hey, you guys were all, you talked out. You don't believe it? Yes, actually. Well, I don't know. You can ask people later. You can ask people tomorrow if I could actually talk much tonight. I don't think I will be able to. My voice is actually, you can hear it. Like, my voice went to bed hours ago. I'll be off to go find some anime VTubers and let them know the good news about the verdict. Yes, please. I had a great time with you. Oh, thanks, Shill. I did too. I like having you all here. All right. On that, people, if you don't mind, I think this is it for me tonight. Going to put on the outro, which thank you, Wrecker, again for the new music. I really do like it. I'm digging it. I'm going to play it now. And we'll see you all when we see you. Most likely on Sunday if you're around. Okay. This case being zipped up nicely in Sarah. Oh, wait. I got to put that up as the last comment as we go. That's a comment. Thank you, Wrecker. This case is zipped up nicely, and Sarah definitely can't open it up. Boo coming in, swinging, and not a miss. That was a direct hit. Okay. There we go. That's justice. I'm happy for the family. I am very happy for the family, especially after being embarrassed by Mr. Owen today. And accused of a conspiracy, which was like, oh man. Anyway, thanks, guys. I'm really leaving now. Bye. Yes, hats off to that comment. Quality ending. Thank you. Thanks for the assist there, Mick Wrecker, MC Wrecker. Mick Wrecker. I've been teasing him with that, like calling him like fast food. Here we go. MC Wrecker. Thank you very much. Everybody enjoy the outro. I'll see you soon.